In a crowded room, everyone is talking, laughing, trying to impress, trying to prove something. And then there's one person sitting quietly in the corner, not saying much, just observing, calm, still, as if they have nothing to prove. And, strangely enough, that's the person everyone keeps looking at. Why? Because silence intimidates people. And today, we're talking about a psychological truth most people never fully understand. Imagine meeting someone for the first time, and from the very beginning, they keep talking about themselves, their achievements, their emotions, their opinions. You listen. But somewhere deep inside, a feeling starts forming. This person isn't comfortable. They're trying to escape silence by filling it with noise. Now imagine the opposite, same setting. But this person speaks less. They hold eye contact, and when they do speak, they speak with precision. No rushing, no over-explaining. And when they go silent, their silence carries weight. Your brain automatically starts taking them more seriously. Not because they demanded attention, but because they didn't need to. That's not manipulation, that's human psychology. Robert Greene once said, "The more you say, the more common you appear. The more people know about you, the less mystery remains. And where there's no mystery, there's no fascination." People are naturally drawn toward things they can't completely figure out. Picture an interview room. Two candidates sit across the table. One answers every question immediately, nervous, over-explaining, trying to fill every pause with words. The other one listens carefully, pauses for a second, then responds, slowly, deliberately. Who seems more confident? The person who controlled the silence, the person who treated pauses as power, not weakness. That's the real game of silence. Psychology calls this expectation tension. When someone stays quiet, people around them begin creating stories. Why are they so silent? What are they thinking? Do they dislike me? Do they think they're better than everyone here? Silence creates a blank space, and the human mind hates blank spaces, so it rushes to fill them with imagination. And imagination is often far more powerful than reality itself. That's why mysterious people feel naturally attractive, not because they did something extraordinary, but because they revealed less, reacted less, explained less, and the rest, people's minds completed on their own. Carl Jung believed that human beings are deeply drawn toward what they cannot fully understand, and silence does exactly that. It makes you unreadable, and people fear what they cannot read, because what can't be read can't easily be controlled. Now imagine an argument. The other person is shouting, defending themselves, justifying everything, and you remain calm. You listen. You don't rush to react. In that moment, who actually holds the power? The loud person looks dominant on the surface, but often they're revealing desperation. The quiet person reveals control. People raise their voice when words stop working. But silence says something else entirely. It says, "I don't need to convince you." And that is real dominance. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People who talk too much are often searching for approval. After every sentence, they subconsciously wait for validation, a reaction, a nod, a response. And people can sense that desperation without a single word being spoken. But when someone is comfortable in silence, they send a completely different message. "I don't need your approval to feel secure." And, strangely enough, that's what pulls people closer. It's a paradox. The less you react, The more people notice you, the less you explain yourself, the more people trust you, the less available you seem, the more valuable you become. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Power doesn't belong to the loudest person in the room. It belongs to the person who reveals the least. There are two kinds of people. The first kind constantly explains themselves. They break every silence, fill every gap, wait for every reaction. And then there's the second kind, the ones who simply exist, quietly, steadily, without needing to be fully understood. The first type gets heard, the second type gets felt, and being felt is far more powerful than merely being heard. So, the next time an uncomfortable silence appears in a conversation, don't rush to destroy it. Let it stay. Watch what happens. The other person will start talking more, revealing more, exposing more. Because silence is like a mirror, and most people are terrified of what they see in it. But the person who can remain steady inside that silence sees everyone else clearly, without saying a word.